AI, standing for artificial intelligence, is one of the greatest things that humans have ever created. AI has been one of the most hyped things in the industry. From rotoscoping to content-aware field, and now it's getting even crazier, text-to images. So, how does this work? Midjourney is one of the bots that you text-to image AI model. You give the text prompt and the bot will give you an image in return in just 3 minutes. But mastering the bot is completely different thing. It's that when you solve a puzzle, you already have the pieces required, but you still need to know how to arrange this. For that reason, welcome to the new era G channel, the era of AI technology. My name is Amsit Kisik, and welcome to How to Master Midjourney tutorial. Alright, so as I says on the intro, a prompt in Midjourney include an image name and a parameter. So now let's get right into that. So first of all, before we choose your image to use as a reference, you need to know that this one gonna be a little bit difficult. It's going to be depending on the art style that you are trying to choose. Here I'm going to be choosing the art style from converting a 2D character to a super realistic 3D character scene. So now the first thing we're going to go into do is we're going to be going to find a 3D images related to that character, and the more realistic the better the result gonna be going to be. So for example, I'm gonna be going to Miku Nakano for this one. So it's gonna be simply searching for Miku Nakano cosplay. So it's real human. That's probably gonna be going to be better. So we're gonna go into images. So all you need to do right now is choose your image, some sort of image that's now referencing the whole thing. So it's I'm gonna be going to choose this one. We're gonna go into this. We're just gonna be choose something that the face is not getting covered by any objects. We get this one, which is good. We're just gonna click on copy image name. The second thing is the external data about the main object. External data, which means that we wanted to have a little bit of 2D mixing with the real life image so that we're gonna have a better output. So we're just gonna be going to Miku Nakano art. I already done this one a few weeks ago, but I even forgot what's prompt that I'm using. We're just gonna be searching for the art, and we're gonna be choosing the same thing. The closer the fade is, the better it's gonna be. So it's gonna searching for Mikonokano artwork. We're gonna be going to searching for that. I'm gonna be going to find an image with the face are looking right in front of the camera. So we just try. Definitely gonna be find something very quick. I'm gonna be going to use a face. This is good. This is good enough. So we're just gonna be going to copy the image name as well. Next, we're gonna be going to find a pose or color mode. Pose, I wanna be choose a standing pose. It's not really required you to do that, but if you want to have more details, you can do that, and make sure to choose the image that the background is simple so that everything gonna be looking better. I wanna be going to use this one. Okay, we're gonna be going to copy it. But this one is PNG, and sometimes in Midjourney, when you import a PNG image, it's gonna be automatically filled with a gray solid behind it, and it's gonna be making everything bad. So once you're done with the first thing is the image name, we're gonna be go ahead to your Discord. So how to invite Midjourney, there's probably a ton of tutorial out there, so I'm not gonna be going to talk about it. But before we get right into commanding the bot, we're gonna be going to setting first. So just slash setting, we're gonna be going to setting. The application did not respond. I think that I'm using way too much art account, so there's a way to fix this one. Just use a VPN with the changing the IP, and we just try this one again, and it's gonna be definitely work. So when it activate, the downloading for the VPN gonna be in the description as well. We're just gonna be going to tap this one again, setting. It's gonna be going to setting the command. The VPN is kind of slow, by the way. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be going to take a little bit to respond. Alright, so we are changing up the tab right here right now. I don't really think that we should use the mind map anymore, so I'm just gonna be like go ahead and use this one instead of that. And well, the first thing that we're gonna go into do right now is we're gonna be going to talking about the setting. So for the setting right there, we have the Midjourney version 4, which is definitely a must-use one. It's pretty good. For the quality, actually you can change this one using the parameters. So I'm just gonna be set this one as the base quality. For the style, I want to set it at very high. Regular upscale, light upscale, and beta upscale is probably something that you need to take care of. So as you can see over there, we have the regular upscale right there and the light upscale. For me, I'm going to be going to use the light upscale because basically it's actually giving a better resource here. And for this one, I'm going to be going to turn on remix mode as well as fast mode. There's nothing that way to different between this mode, but for the rapid mode, I mean relax mode, you need to, you know, take some money to have a subscription. And anyway, so now the first thing that we're gonna go into do right now is we're gonna be going to tap imagine. So as I said before, the first thing we're gonna going to add is an image name, which includes a reference of your main objects. So we're gonna be going to adding the image, which is the first one. You're just gonna copy the image name. Is it the 3D images or real life images? The second one gonna be the images with reference or 2D art. So yeah, it's just like 2D art right there. We put the 2D art images name. The next thing that I want to go into add is a pose images. So for the pose, I'm just gonna add it in here. And for a little bit of external, I'm using this one as a face expression to, you know, use that into the main object, which is a pretty good choice as well. You can use some sort of different detail as well. So the first thing that we're gonna go into do right now is describing what is the main object gonna be, what is the detail is gonna be going to look like. So we are aiming for a very real life detailed 3D realistic scene. So I'm gonna be keep spamming this word because the bot probably gonna be choosing the more realistic thing as possible. So we're just gonna be going to add super or maybe hyper realistic full body portraits Armiculacano. Lex is we're gonna be going. I wanted to make her eyes a little bit glow, so glowing eyes with high and sharp detail, realistic detail, high and sharp detail. Pretty good already. Like I wanted to have a little bit of raindrop on the face. Putting the edge, it's gonna be more than one. Legs is I wanted to have some sort of fake expression, which I wanted to make this sort of face right there. Now this face, okay, I'm just gonna be showing you very quick. Like some sort of kind of hard to explain, but this kind of thing here is looking pretty cool. So I'm just gonna be going to add it. Here's the expression. Next is, well, I want her to make a little bit adorable, and we're gonna be going to describe the age as well. It sounds like a fucking battlefield when I tap these keywords, but when you tell the AI the exact age, you know, the more detail, the better the result gonna be. So Miku, well, definitely a 16 years old schoolgirl. Holy fucking shit. And let's is for the background. Now let's move to the background. So for the background, I wanted to have a very good neon city in the background. So I'm gonna be going to typing, well, realistic, of course, realistic, futuristic city in the background. Yeah, we need to describe it as a background. We're gonna be going to using the light, which when it's come to this article that I make by myself right over there. And you can see we got the lighting comparison, different keywords. So low lighting keyword, it's gonna look like this. This one is like the backlight. If I remove that, it's not gonna be having those kind of stroke right there, which even make it looking a bit worse. Golden hour, kind of yellow sunset vibe. Neon night, this one is blue, this one is red, some sort of cyberpunk color, pretty nice. You got the sunset, is kind of like golden hour, but this one actually performed pretty, it's like kind of better. And next we have the cold temperature. So I'm gonna be going to use the cold temperature. So yeah, we're gonna go into do that. We minimize. So let's talk about that cold temperature. Is this right? Sometimes I don't even know if that's right. Temperate. Okay, that's good. Temperature lighting. And for the lighting, if you add it, it's gonna be like some sort of 2D thing. So we're gonna be going to add cinematic. Yeah, cinematic, not realistic. Cinematic cold temperate lighting. The next thing that I'm going to be going to add here is we wanted to have something that link it between the object and the background. So to make that, I'm going to be going to add some backlight and light rays. Very nice. Next, I'm going to be going to talking about camera lens. So I'm going to be going to stretching for you, camera lens, explain it. It's basically, you know, this one right there. It's nice showing you how close it's gonna be like this, a little bit more detail. Here I definitely gonna be going to use like 30 millimeter is good, 30 millimeter lens, camera lens, camera lens. And now we're done with the object, we're done with the background, we're done with the lens setting. It's time to talking about the general detail of the art. So for the general detail, it's either 3D art, so it must be some sort of 3D rendered art. So this one is pretty tricky because this bot is gonna be going to searching the keywords on some sort of database, and they're gonna be take some sort of general detail from all of those and put that into the art, which means that you're gonna be going to use some sort of not really related keywords, but the methods, the detail are related. You know what I mean? Now, Unreal Engine. All right, so we talking about Unreal Engine. When it's come to Unreal Engine art, we're talking is now how realistic it is, right? Unreal Engine is very realistic, so we're gonna be going to add Unreal Engine. In Cinema 4D we have the render it in Octane. It's also now you need to talk about the keyword that when people heard that they imagining about a very detailed 3D realistic environment or scene. And next we're gonna be going to use, of course, very detailed. Why not? Very detailed cinematic 3D rendered art. Yeah, I want to make it 3D rendered. 8K photorealistic. You can add realistic 8K photorealistic because 8K when you share that image is very detailed, right? So just give it a try. Realistic, am I wrong? Oh no, it's okay. And photography, we have ray tracing. We got maybe real life detail. And now let's move to the hardest part of the day, the parameter of the Midjourney. So based on the article, as you can see this parameter, they did get the text prompt, and here is a parameter. So we're gonna be going to talking about the ciphers. So we're just gonna be /AR. I want to set it under 2.3. As you can see the aspect ratio, or you can use this one as a composition. I want to be using this one. And next we're gonna be going to talking about the version. As you can see, version 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely 4, because the version 4 is the latest. It also provides the best quality. Like the prompt modifier, this one we're gonna use that after the first render if you wanted to change anything. Up9 is just basically some sort of render, so I'm just gonna use that. We're just gonna set it up9 like this, because we have the comparison here as well. Next, we're gonna be going to talk about the stylize. As you can see, the stylize is the stylize argument set how strong of a stylization your image have. The higher you set it, the more it will be. So I don't want to have way too much stylize. As you can see, it's way too much. So I'm just gonna be going to set the stylize to 1000. The default is 2500, and the last thing, equality. Quality, as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is a very realistic. When it comes to realistic, definitely the maximum number of 5. Like in the version 4 always already have. And next is some shorter. I think that's pretty old about it, so just gonna be going to set it. So 50 as well. Hit enter and just waiting for the button. Alright, so the image is currently loading. It's pretty fast, so, and now we're just gonna be going to wait for the result. It's definitely looking pretty cool already. As you can see, we can see some light right there. I'm definitely gonna be to maybe this one, or this one. This one also pretty good as well. So as you can see, we have a fucking good results already. We have a very nice result right there. As you can see there. This one detail is a little bit kind of looping texture. This one, and this one is definitely crazy to see. So we're just gonna be going to choose what is the best thing you're gonna going to use. Here I'm just gonna be going to use the second one. So I'm just gonna be going to upscale this one, and we are basically done with this one. But now we have a lot. Oh, is this interaction fail? Yeah, it's kind of overload right now. But now let's see what happened when I remove all the realistic keyword into this one. I wanted to explain a little bit further to you guys so that you could apply it into your Midjourney art as well. Alright, so here we are. We are going to be trying with no realistic word as well as detail it. The application this was respawn. I think it's like got overload. It's just like got overload a few minutes ago because there's way too much people using this bot. We're just gonna be like keep retry this one. It's definitely gonna be going to work very quick. It's good this one. Yeah, it's good this one. Alright, so we're just gonna go into wait, and we're gonna have some sort of comparison. And here as you can see, here is the resort. It's look pretty cool for those render as well, but as you can see, it's lack of detail. It's looking very flat, as you can see. So that's basically the reason why we are prefer to use this one instead of this one. So once you're done with the works, the last thing that you need to do right now is we're just gonna be going to upscale this one. We're just gonna click on YouTube, and it's gonna be upscaling the images. This keep getting failed for some reason. I don't really know why, but yeah, maybe the server is like keep getting overload sometimes. But yeah, that's basically all about that. You just need to upscale that one, download the image, and we are all done. And oh yeah, one more tip here. For example, let me copy the whole thing right there. I hope the bot gonna be working. Just get unlucky when we're making the tutorial why the bot is not responding. You can change the aspect ratio, and then we can use some sort of upscaling thing for a better result. So we're just gonna be going to, maybe I'm gonna be going to add something else, like 30mm is just a bit too much. How about 25? Boom. Hopefully it's worked this time. Oh, it's not respond. And if it's not respawn on your personal server, you guys can actually using the Midjourney server, which always work most of the time. But every time when it's got like some sort of error and stuff, I'm just go to Midjourney server and it's work all the time for me. But I prefer to use on a private server because, well, of course, it's very private. No one could see my problem and stuff. So yeah, that's basically about it. We just need to wait for the bot to upscaling and downloading the resource. Alright, so that's the end of our first video ever talking about Midjourney. If you guys have any question or idea want me to do in the next video, make sure to comment down below. And well, for some of the people who don't buy the subscription, I have a link right down below so that you guys could generate infinite amount of email so that you could have more different Discord account to try the bot, basically like that. And see ya everyone.